You may not believe it, but Bob Proctor manifested $25 million with just 6 words he repeated every single day. According to Google, his net worth was around $25 million, but many who studied under him believe it was much higher. And what's incredible is that it wasn't always this way for him. Before his success, Bob was drowning in debt, owing more than his annual income, with no clear way out. Then he made a decision that would change everything. He started cleaning office floors. From that humble beginning, he built a multi-million-dollar empire, and it all started with these 6 powerful words. I discovered Bob's teachings when my bank account was sitting at negative $7,581. I was desperate for change. After applying his methods for just 6 months, my income doubled. After a year, it quadrupled. Today, I want to share these transformative words with you, the same ones that changed my financial life forever. Brave souls, today we're diving into a fascinating story of Bob Proctor, one of the most influential success teachers in history, featured in The Secret, and known for transforming countless lives over his 55-plus-year career. What makes Bob's story so powerful is that he wasn't born wealthy. He didn't have special connections or advantages. In fact, he dropped out of high school and struggled financially for years. But he discovered a simple method that completely transformed his reality, and it can transform yours too. I've spent years studying Bob's teachings, applying them to my own life, and sharing them with others. The results have been nothing short of miraculous. So grab a pen and paper, because what I'm about to share could be the turning point in your financial journey, just like it was for mine. Bob Proctor's story begins with struggle, something many of us can relate to. He wasn't a natural-born success. After dropping out of high school, he bounced between low-paying jobs, constantly stressed about money. By his mid-20s, he was in serious debt with no way out. Sound familiar? Maybe you're in a similar situation right now, living paycheck to paycheck, watching your bank account dwindle before the next payday, feeling that knot in your stomach when unexpected expenses come up. Bob's life changed when he discovered the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. That book sparked a realization. His financial situation wasn't determined by his circumstances, but by his thinking. He started a simple floor cleaning business, nothing glamorous. But unlike others who might see cleaning as just a job, Bob approached it with a completely different mindset. Within a few years, his cleaning company was generating millions. The key insight from Bob's journey isn't that he got lucky. It's that he fundamentally changed how he perceived money and possibility. And that's exactly what I want to help you do today. So what were these magical 6 words that Bob repeated every day? They were simple but powerful. I am so happy and grateful now. That's it. But don't be fooled by their simplicity. These words, when used correctly, can completely rewire your relationship with money. The complete phrase is, I am so happy and grateful now that, followed by your financial goal. For Bob, it might have been, I am so happy and grateful now that I'm making $100,000 a month. As his vision expanded, so did the numbers. For me, when I started, it was, I am so happy and grateful now that I'm making $10,000 a month. At the time, this seemed impossible. My monthly income was barely $2,000. But I trusted the process. Why does this work? It's not magic, it's psychology. When you repeat an affirmation with emotional intensity, you're creating what Bob called cells of recognition in your brain that prime your mind to notice opportunities aligned with your goal. The key is in the present tense, I am rather than I will be. This tells your subconscious that this is your current reality, not some distant future hope. And the gratitude element, so happy and grateful, connects your goal with positive emotion, which accelerates the manifestation process. I wrote this affirmation on an index card and carried it everywhere. Every morning, every night, and several times throughout the day, I would read it aloud with feeling. At first, it felt like I was lying to myself, but after a few weeks, something shifted. I started believing it was possible. And that's when opportunities began appearing that I never noticed before. One of Bob's most powerful concepts was what he called the law of relativity. We all have a perception of what a lot of money means. And here's the key. Your perception creates your reality. Think about it. If making an extra $500 a month seems like a massive achievement to you, how will you ever make an extra $5,000 or $50,000? Bob taught a practical exercise that changed my life. He said, whatever monthly income goal you have, divide it by 30 to get your daily target. Then get that amount in cash and carry it with you everywhere. Don't spend it, just carry it. So if your goal is $9,000 a month, that's $300 per day. Get $300 in cash and put it in your wallet. Just having it with you starts to normalize that level of money in your consciousness. Our subconscious is programmed through repetition and exposure. If you rarely see larger sums of money, your subconscious believes money is scarce. By carrying cash, even if you don't spend it, you're sending a powerful message. Money is abundant for me. When I first did this, I could only comfortably carry $100. It felt like a lot, but as I continued, I gradually increased the amount. Today, carrying $1,000 feels completely normal. And guess what? My income increased in parallel with my comfort level around money. Try this exercise yourself. Start with whatever amount feels slightly uncomfortable but not terrifying. Carry it everywhere for 30 days and notice how your relationship with money begins to shift. Bob often talked about paradigms, the mental programs that run most of your life on autopilot. Your financial paradigm determines how much money you believe you can make, what you believe you deserve, and what actions you take. Think about the messages you heard about money growing up. Money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are greedy. We can't afford that. These become subconscious beliefs that limit your financial potential. I grew up hearing, people like us don't get rich. No wonder I struggled financially. My paradigm was programmed for limitation. Changing your financial reality begins with changing these paradigms. But paradigms don't change through logic alone. You can read all the financial books in the world, but if your paradigm says, "I'll never be wealthy," those books won't help. So how do you change a paradigm? Through repetition and emotional impact. This is why the 6-word affirmation is so powerful, especially when combined with visualization. Here's what I do every day, and what I encourage you to try. Find a quiet place, close your eyes, and vividly imagine already having achieved your financial goal. See the bank statements, feel the emotions of financial freedom. Imagine exactly what your life looks like. Then, while in this emotional state, repeat your affirmation. I am so happy and grateful now that I'm making your goal amount each month. Do this consistently, every day without fail, for at least 30 days. Most people give up too soon. They try visualization for a week, don't see immediate results and quit. Financial transformation requires persistence. Your current financial situation is the result of years of thinking in a certain way. It won't reverse overnight. But with consistent effort, remarkable changes can happen surprisingly quickly. Here's something that completely changed my approach to money: the difference between working hard from inspiration versus working hard from fear. For years, I hustled constantly, taking any client, saying yes to every opportunity, working nights and weekends, but I was still struggling financially. Then I realized the problem. I was working from fear. Every decision was driven by an underlying worry that I wouldn't have enough. I was operating from scarcity rather than abundance. There's a world of difference between working hard because you're inspired and excited versus working hard because you're afraid of lack. The former attracts abundance, the latter perpetuates scarcity. Ask yourself, when you work, are you driven by excitement about possibilities or by fear of not having enough? Are you saying yes to opportunities because they align with your vision or because you're afraid to say no? When I shifted my mindset, everything changed. I started saying no to clients who weren't ideal fits. I raised my prices. I focused on projects that genuinely excited me. And paradoxically, as I worked less from fear, I started making more money. Your energetic state while working matters more than how many hours you put in. When you work from abundance and confidence, truly believing, I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me easily, you attract very different results than when you work from fear. So there you have it, the 6 words that helped Bob Proctor manifest $25 million and transform countless lives, including my own. I am so happy and grateful now. I want to challenge you to try this for yourself. For the next 30 days, follow this system exactly as I've outlined. Write your affirmation. Carry it with you. Visualize daily. Carry cash representing your income goal. Watch your thoughts about money. Do this consistently, without making excuses. After 30 days, notice what's changed, not just in your circumstances, but in how you think and feel about money. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. In the comments, share your affirmation